Your boys. Or, I don't know if they're your boys or not.
It's to be
determined.
Yeah, to be determined. There we go.
TBD. The duo known as Audio Push released their new album, Cloud 909. I'm gonna be frank with you. I was frank aloud in the last podcast. I've never listened to a full project from Audio Push.
I haven't either.
If you don't know Audio Push, their big claim to fame was their song Teach Me How to Jerk.
Yeah.
That was them back in like 09, I think it was. 08, 09.
I did not realize that was them either.
Yeah, that's them.
Okay.
They're a little more grown now, you know, and they're trying to put a little more substance behind their music with their new project Cloud 909. What were your initial reactions listening to Audio Push for the first time?
It was alright. You know, it was like, yeah, it's alright. It wasn't all that great.
Right.
You know, immediately I was like, they got work to do. That's how I was thinking. I was like, they got some work to do to get to a level that I could be like, okay, I can fuck with them. So yeah, on the note of your boys, not really my thing still. Like,
Not really your thing?
Yeah. It was alright. It was actually, one of them sounded a little like Kendrick at times. And I don't mean like his style and the substance, just the sound.
Right.
Like his style, you know, the way he was spitting out, like it's very Kendrick-ish.
Right. I gotta agree with you on the alright, because that was my reaction. Like, this is okay.
Yeah.
There's kind of like some mainstream kind of elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could tell they know how to make like a mainstream song, but then other times, I don't know. I just didn't like. I don't feel like it was great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like okay. At the max. What do you think about the production on this?
I sometimes feel like the production was better than the substance. You know what I'm saying? They had some pretty good production at times, but not all of it. It wasn't consistent enough. Like,
It wasn't.
like you get your good production, you're like, okay, see, that's a good beat. Something, and then like the next track would be like, like what the fuck happened? Like,
Right.
Or maybe they'd have two in a row, so maybe you're thinking like, okay, maybe we're gonna have some good, and then it's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, like I said, there's like a kind of a mainstream kind of like under like you'll hear like a track, which it'll actually sound like it won't sound bad like the track they did with Eric Bellinger. It didn't sound bad. It was actually like a good song, but but then you go to like parts of it where it's kind of dark. Some of the beats are kind of dark, and those were better sounding to me. But the content was a little too surface level to an extent. Even the deeper songs was kind of surface level, but it wasn't enough to like sway me into
like becoming a fan,
right,
full blown fanatic, or just. I mean, I would. It's almost like I wouldn't want to be like I really recommend this. I don't really recommend it, but I would say check it out so you could get your own opinion.
Right.
You might like it. I don't know, but it's all right album. I mean, check it out. You'll get your feel on it, and you'll probably come out to the same feeling we have.
Did you feel the same way like about the lyrics? The lyrics, you feel like it was just all right too.
The lyrics, at moments they showed that they had like they could say something that had some substance to it.
Right.
But it was almost the same way, not as consistent. Like they didn't like if they put a lot more into just having that type of rap where they actually were like saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
feel like they were trying to say something at times.
Yeah, at times they were, and that's where I'd get that. But if they had that more consistent, like I don't know if they put that all together.
No, you're right. Because there would be lines that I would hear where I was like, okay, yeah, like that was like a nice little thing that I never noticed before. Where he was like the crazy thing about this game is you win when you stop playing it or something. You know what I'm saying? There was little lines in there like that that kind of make you think like, oh yeah, he's right. You know what I mean? But
some deep shit that he'll say something that's deep, and you be like,
it go kind of deep, and then I never thought about that. And then then it'll kind of take like a left, and then it'll kind of come back to the surface. You know what I'm saying?
Sound almost like just
or just like the words or whatever. So there's like little moments where you can kind of feel them kind of trying to figure it out, but it was never really.
They didn't figure it out. That was the issue with it. It just wasn't. It was almost a little. It was a little all. I wouldn't say all over the place, but it was.
It's kind of all over
scattered.
the place.
It was scattered to me.
Okay, because even like the little skits.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Even with the little skits, I felt like the skits they didn't help. Like I feel like they were supposed to be there to help push the concept of the album.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it did.
No, I didn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was supposed to, but I don't think it did.
Yeah, it's just like I felt like when I hear that, I was thinking maybe I'm gonna understand,
right?
Like the concept of this album, and I never got that. I was thinking they needed to build more around that if they're gonna try to make that
style
a reason of even having it on there.
Right.
I was thinking like if you have it on there, why didn't you work around it and make it kind of to mean something? And it almost was just like thrown in there at times. Like, there was only one that I felt like it led into the other track, you know, and one that I remember hearing, and I was just like, that one made more sense,
right.
But the rest kind of were just there,
right. It was like it kind of made that around the track, whereas
maybe I just didn't understand it. Or
like they had all the tracks, and then they like tried to like use that to kind of make the tracks cohesive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
it was done after the fact instead of before.
Right. Like it was like one idea. It was just like they made like a bunch of tracks and then they used these skits to try to blend togetand you know what I'm saying? So it just didn't really fall.
It didn't blend.
It didn't blend as well as it could have. And it also too, like I kind of feel like, you know, like the identity part of it. I don't really feel an identity with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, I really couldn't either.
You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to, and it was like, so who's rapping now?
Yeah, where's the switch at?
Yeah. Or how are you doing it to where we can tell? Like have a little catchphrase you say or some shit, you know.
It's a catchphrase.
Mama.
Mama.
Yeah,
oh shit, that's take off.
I would say have an ad lib or some shit, you know, that you do that. Let's know.
Bags. Oh yeah, that's Offset.
Yeah.
Top. No, I feel you. I feel what you're saying though. Just some sort of, some kind of separate. Because when you think about duos, I knew that even though they kind of sounded the same, Pusha T and Malice.
Yeah,
they sounded the same to an extent, but I could always tell the difference. I always, because maybe it was their styles, maybe their voice kind of sounded similar, but the way that they would rap and the way that they would
put it together,
the punchlines, I was like, okay, that's Push. I knew the difference. But even with
other
other duos, you can always hear the difference. A-Ball and UGK.
Yeah.
Outkast.
Yeah.
Not UGK. I said A-Ball and UGK, but A-Ball and MJG and UGK.
You're right. I didn't even catch that.
They weren't the same. But you can always hear the difference of the duos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just couldn't really hear the difference with them. I think they got to work on separating themselves.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a necessity if you're going to be a duo.
Right.
Or it's basically you sound like just one rapper.
It sounded like one rapper.
And then it's like you got two people on the cover, and the people are like, I thought it was just one rapper.
Is that a producer?
Yeah. That is friend.
Which I'm gonna be real with you. That cover kind of resembles J. Cole's.
J. Cole's. It did.
2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah, it did.
Which I was just like, all right, this is it just didn't seem. It's like you could be a little more original. You know what I'm saying? But I guess what do you give this on a scale of 1 to 10, man?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I had to give it a 6.
6?
Yeah.
He was a little gracious.
A little bit, probably.
Yeah. I gave it a 5.
Yeah.
5 out of 10. Mainly because it didn't really have as much originality. Some of the songs were executed well. Some of them are a little too mainstream for my taste. And then the ones where they weren't as mainstream and they were supposed to have like this deeper substance didn't really go as deep as it could have. You know what I'm saying? Some of the themes weren't explored as much as they could have done. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I gave it a 5.
Pretty much why I gave it a 6. The originality and just the whole not being able to tell the difference between the two. I mean, that's something that you need as a duo, and then just the being all over, you know, kind of just the being scattered, you know, just I guess it is being all over the place, but yeah, just
right.
It wasn't blended right, and like it felt like it was put together after the fact. So yeah, that's the reason why.
Well, yeah, you gonna be listening to another Audio Push album?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll review one more.
I think I want to hear a single that makes me that makes me believe that they may have something put together good.
Right. Well, maybe we'll get that.
Maybe we'll get that.
Maybe we'll get that on.
We'll give them another try.
We'll give them another try.
We'll give them another try.